What's up, guys? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jose Hernandez, and just want to try to make a video. Hopefully it can be short and sweet, but just to give you a little introduction to what it is that we're trying to accomplish here with this local list. So first off, it's just going to be like a super match series. Before you say, oh, you're copying the WAL, well, I mean, it's arm wrestling. There's only so many variations of this that you can do. So we're not trying to really copy anything. The whole goal and purpose behind this is just to get more people into the sport and try to get new people into the sport. And some of the guys that are kind of like, they've done it for a few years or whatever and just kind of on and off. Maybe this is something to kind of, light another fire under them, just something to get them excited about it again and want to get back into the sport full time and, be committed and be there to train and have someone to practice with at all times. So that's pretty much what this is for. I mean, it's just to raise some more awareness for the sport. All this stuff up here you see, this is not to show off or anything. This is just to show you, especially for those of you who don't know me, I've been doing this since 2015, and 2015 is when I very first competed in an actual arm wrestling competition with other people that had trained, and not really knowing what I was doing. I practiced maybe once or twice, and I ended up getting second place, which was the moment that I just fell in love with the sport. So a little bit about it. I mean, this sport is, a lot of people look at it as barbaric and, to a certain extent, or the first thing you always hear is, oh my gosh, I don't want to break my arm. Well, it's just like anything else. You're not going to go out to the NFL and hop out there on the field with those guys and expect to, not get hurt. You have to practice. You have to work your way up to that type of a level. So, I mean, this is just like anything else. I mean, yeah, accidents can happen, but that's why we train. That's why we have practices. That's why, I help to try to teach as many amateurs as I can and get people into the sport to teach them about it and show them how it works. And that I'm a part of two separate teams, and all these guys that I've competed with and that I've met over the years have always been great about trying to help each other out. I mean, I've made so many new friends through this sport, and it's awesome. The camaraderie and the brotherhood. I mean, it's an awesome sport. So that's another reason why I fell in love with it. I mean, for those of you who know me, I used to do MMA back in the day, and well, I'm not as young as I used to be, so it's a lot harder on my body to do that kind of stuff versus arm wrestling, which is still a very competitive sport, and you do have to be somewhat athletic, I believe, but you can work on that regardless, but it's something that is a lot more forgiving than MMA. So with that being said, like I said, this is an introduction to what we're trying to start, and it's not just me, it's also my buddy Chris Jenkins. We got this idea and we're just kind of running with it. So this is just getting everything started. So the first thing is, like I said, it's called the local list. And what we're going to do is we're going to start in Ross County, which is where we both live. So with that, we're going to start with the 7 surrounding counties that are touching Ross County. So that's going to be the very beginning of this. Is going to start it all. And we're going to set it up, and it's just going to be basically like a practice. So, I mean, no real pressure, I mean, of course, everyone's going to get nervous before they know that they're going to kind of compete, but we're going to have it, real chill, laid back. We're just going to have fun with this, because that's the whole goal is, to have fun. I mean, it's a sport, but it's a hobby also, and we just want to get as many new people in it as we can. So we're trying to give this kind of aspect to it to maybe, for new people, see something that's exciting instead of getting up on stage in front of a bunch of people they don't know, maybe where it's a little bit of a smaller group here, then, it's something they would, be more inclined to try for the first time. So, like I said, it's going to be practice style. We want to do this once a month. And basically, for the first one, we're going to have to just see who shows up. We're not going to have any weight classes, and we're going to do this just basically a round robin with whoever shows up. And this is how we're going to organize the list from the very start. After that, the plan is, excuse me, is to set it up like if you guys have ever watched the show Street Outlaws, we're going to kind of set it up like that, have a top 10 list. And this is just depending on how many people show up. So from the beginning, while this is still small, probably just be a top 10 list. And then from there, once we start reaching out to other counties and start trying to get more people into it, then we'll grow, and maybe it'd be a top 25 or so, who knows. We're just getting started with this. So a couple things. I mean, if you don't know arm wrestling, you'll learn. This is, like I said, this is just to get new people into the sport and kind of get some other people excited about the sport again. And so we'll go over all the rules and everything if you don't know what's going on. And, before you get into this, especially a super match, I mean, if you're seeing this video and this is something you think would be interesting or fun to do, definitely get a hold of me, get a hold of Chris Jenkins, and we will get you into a practice to get you started with training and everything, and, kind of get you on your way and get you started. But what we're going to do is we're going to try and do this once a month. And just because everyone can't show up once a month, I'm sure, even though it's going to be, advertised as that. And like right now from the beginning, you're going to, this is once a month. But if for some reason you miss, the first time we're going to drop you down one spot. The second time after that, then we're going to drop you off the list completely. So reason for that is, well, obviously it's not fair for everyone else that's trying to climb the list. If you miss twice, I mean, it's not that you're completely banned. You can make your way back up the list if you want. If you miss twice and then you come back on that third month, you work your way back up the list. That's fine. But that's just the way it's going to work, just to be fair. And we're going to try to make this as simple as possible. So when we first talked about this, we thought about making it, based off of what everyone does and how they do in tournaments, and going by a point system based off if you place first, second, or third or whatever. But screw that. That will get way too confusing. So this is plain and simple, and this is all completely voluntary. So if you want to do this, awesome. This is great. Like, we want you guys to want to do this. But if you don't have to. I mean, there's, that's all there is to it. I mean, there's nothing super official right now. We're just getting it started. We're just trying to do something else to have some fun. And obviously get some new people into the sport. So, starting in Ross County and working with those 7 surrounding counties, we're trying to find the strongest guys and girls, so men and women. We're not just strictly with the men, competing in this sport. There are women's divisions, and there's a lot of strong women out there, and this is hopefully going to be a gateway to be able to get them into the sport. So whenever we get this started, I'm going to try to set this up probably middle of February to get started. Like I said, once a month. So also, I am going to ask for a $5 entry fee. Why a $5 entry fee? Because, well, nothing in life is free anymore. So the whole point is with that is we're going to try to find some places to have this event, like as practice or event. We're going to try to have some places around town that we can hold this at. And I would like to take that $5 entry fee and literally just donate that to whoever the place is that is going to let us host this event there, or practice or whatever. And that's strictly all the money's for. I'm not going to try to put any of it in my pocket. Chris isn't going to try to put any in his pocket. I mean, if we do great and there's extra, then the only thing that we're going to be spending this money on is for the building that we get and for awards. So of course, it's a competition. There's going to be awards. So what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to start out no weight classes, and we're going to have some kind of a trophy or something for the winner to be able to take home. And then once a month, it'll come back with them. They will defend their title. And if they defend their title, it goes right back home with them. And this could be passed on if someone comes in and takes it from them. So like I said, we're going to start out no weight classes, and it's just all one class just to get it established. And then after that, once it starts to grow, hopefully, then we will start establishing weight classes. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do, what classes that we're going to do. Now, I've obviously hosted tournaments. For those of you who know me, should have another one coming up this year. And when I do those, I do the 54, 76, 98, 223, and 224 and up, or 230, whatever it is. So those 5 classes, maybe we'll probably stick around with something like that. So not sure yet. It's all just kind of to be determined. So like I said, we're going to try to get this started middle of February and have the first event and kind of go from there, see how it grows, and hopefully we'll see you guys there, and hopefully this turns into something awesome, something fun, you know. Like I said, just trying to grow the sport, and hope to see you guys there. All right, I'll keep you guys posted on the next video, or keep you updated in the local list, and let you know times and the location. All right, thanks guys.